Right, I'm going to be putting my tappet blocks in. Now, what I've done, these are them barrels I've glaze busted, the ones with big scroke down. Now, I've cleaned the, can we see? I've cleaned in here with wet and dry, or emery paper, and taken a oval shaped file, half round, small magneto file, and filed around there and put a small leading edge on it. It already had one, but I've cleaned it up. I'm quite surprised at how nice and black these are. Anyway, that's besides the point. So I've cleaned a small leading edge round, made sure there's no imperfections, and cleaned up the holes. At the minute I've got my tappet blocks in the freezer, and also I've just knocked this up. Just knocked that up. Chunk of wood basically, and my barrels will go in there. They're not touching the liners, and then I can heat them up, and as I say, warm this up. I'll oil the tappet blocks and then drive them in with a tappet block drift. So that'll be driving in. The important thing when getting these in is obviously the hole lines up, and the two holes in the tappet block are square with the barrels. Right, so that's the important thing. So when you drive them in, they've got to be driven in square. Obviously, so the cam followers are directly down on the cams. Obviously, this little stand, whatever you called it, bit of wood stuck together, there's obviously space between here, so they don't interfere with the block as I drive it down. Took about 5 minutes to make, and I'll do it on the floor, because obviously if you do it on stuff like a bench or out like that, they have a tendency to bounce and they absorb most of your energy. So I'm going to do it on the floor, and then they'll drive in nice. I've got new screws, new washers to go in, and new Harris tappet blocks. Right, and as a guide for me, because this is a round one, they usually get these in the square, I've just sawn a line across, corresponding with the square on that. So with a bit of luck I'll drive that down. Knock knock knock, obviously not with a piece of wood. So right, I'll just wait for these to get really cold. Right, I've got some cool water, bottle of oil. I think am I a bit close here? Right, here we go. Bit of water on there because it's bound to smoke. Right. Load of oil. Hole to the front. Looks pretty good. And do the same with this one. This is the exhaust one. Get me make sure the O-ring's on the top groove. Plenty of oil, hole to the front. Get in there, you bugger. Hopefully you're seeing what I'm doing. Ah, bastard. Do not stick. good. And that one looks good. Put a straight edge across there. I think I could have got that one in a bit better. I'm looking directly down. Oh, yes. I'll knock that one out. Yeah, that one's good. This one, don't like this one. Oh, it's close. But I'm afraid it's not close enough for me. Shit, what was the hacksaw? Drat. My lord. Yeah, definitely cocked that one up. Still hot. Bugger. Right. Replace the O-ring. Oh, that was a bummer. Right. Oh, shove that back in the freezer. Always one. Right, I don't know whether I'll be able to see what I'll try and show. I'm using a hacksaw blade because they're usually pretty square. I'm holding it against this flat surface, and then we can see it's about right distances on them holes. Yep. And the same on that surface. It's about the same to the liners on each side. And then what can we see there? Pretty square with the barrels. It's quite difficult to get my camera in the right place directly above. That's that one. That's the exhaust one. And I don't think I won't be able to show you down the hole because I can't get the light in. Fucking hell, can I see? Lost control. Run out of O-rings. Again, I'll try and show you what I'm seeing. Oh, bloody lanyard. Squaring the tappet block. Fairly equal on the holes. And equal at the liners. Right. Right, got these in. Put my followers in. And I put the followers in the right orientation. So it's my old followers in the new blocks. And they are nice. Years ago on a mod, as a mod, on mine, I read it in a book somewhere, slightly radiused the edges of the feet, if you like, and apparently it lets a bit more oil in. The exhaust ones, on mine, because it's pressure fed, a little oil hole in the side, and that goes to the outside. Right, got some new bolts, so I'll plug that in. All the way in, so the holes must be pretty good lined up. There's actually a 8mm. Do a little bit of luck, they'll be good. Right, as we know, I clean my pistons up I've marked them so I know which, because there wasn't an arrow on, but judging by the scratches I put them in the way they go, and they're certainly a better fit than mine, and the little ends, the gudgeon pins, are certainly a lot better. So them are nice. Right, I'll get these clogged on. Right, just gonna give these a bit of a wipe out. Right, I'm just trying the gudgeon pins through. Lovely. Hopefully we can see both. Excellent. Right. Obviously, I'll keep your gudgeon pins relevant to the piston they go in. Right, what am I doing now? Right, my old barrels, the locating dowels were stuck right up inside, so I've taken them out. I'm just going to remove these two studs, and I'll put them into the can cases rather than in the barrels, and then I'll know they're seated into the cases. The M-Go gasket is good. They've actually made them the right size. Obviously it doesn't fit on them, but these two it works on, which is super. So right, let's take this stud out first. Right, just take this stud out. Let's use the lock nut. I'll slacken that off a bit too soon. Right, the recess is clean. I'm just going to tap that. Oh, I don't even have to tap it. That's gone in nice. That's in the bottom. Great. Now I'll screw that back on. When you're using lock nuts, if you're slackening it out, use the bottom nut. And when you're tightening it, use the top nut. Don't need to be that tight, just nipped up. That'll do. Maybe a touch more, that's spun. Right, that'll do. Yeah, I just want to make sure the dowels are right at the bottom. I'll carefully put them over there. And I'll do the same on this one. Oh, nearly fell over. Tap that in. Easily damage these, so don't hit them hard. That's it, need it's down. That's in. Oh, a bit awkward that one. That one's a bit stiffer, that one, with that towel on. And they only go in the crankcases a couple of millimetres. I do not want to drop any bolts down inside this time. Right. I'm going to dot a bit of oil. Just down them studs there. A bit on the faces. Let's see how good a fit this is. I'll just whip this off. Leave my tape on for a bit. Mustn't forget it. Oh, very nice. Oh, it's fit in there. Brilliant. Right. Oil the gasket. I haven't put any silicone on the gasket, so I'll use a bit of oil. Bit on that corner there because they always stick. Right. Just peel this tape off. going to use a little mess. Just on a piece of cloth, just any sticky on there, one off. Oh, there goes the telephone. Right, where was I? Back to here. Right, I'm going to put my board round the con rods. Just hold them steady for a bit. Stop them banging around. I'll just get my pistons. Run away with the oil. Splat. Splat. Right, plenty of oil in there. Right, I bought some new Sair clips. I think I might have to move that camera.